Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great day today. I had a lot better day today trading. Didn't make as much money, but did not have a mega loss. Kept everything tight. I traded pretty good. Pretty happy with the way I traded today. I can't complain at all. But the market was so choppy this morning. I just said, hey, the weather's nice. Let me go out here at lunch and chop on some golf balls. And that's what I did at lunch. And I think I'm going to do it more often because when I came back, I felt so much better. And I almost forgot, how at lunch I'll go ride my bicycle around the neighborhood and how good that made me feel for the rest of the day. And this winter has just been kind of lazy. Hadn't really done anything and just kind of faded into the end of the day. So I'm definitely going to look at doing more physical activity at lunch now that the weather is getting better. And I can get outside and, it really makes a big difference. And also I'll roll my platform outside and you guys will get to hear the birds and stuff, in the afternoon and chat. Because it's, we have a lot of trees around here, a lot of species of birds join us. I got a bird feeder in the backyard, so it's my place of solace. All right, so let's take a look at what we did today. All right, so SHPG, and this one was on a scan early. Now I have a pre-market mover scan that is on Thinkorswim, and it starts running early. Trade ideas doesn't hit till like 7, maybe a little after 7. This is running when I cut it on, sometimes before 6. And this SHPG was already up. It had gapped up a ton, had a lot of volume. So I was like, well, this is probably a buyout. So I go and I look at the news. And, and it said Takeda waives bid for Shire, which says it hasn't received offer. Okay. So, I'm looking at this and I'm like, it jumps up on buyout interest. But Shire said never received anything. And I'm like, what? This is probably going to come back. This is one of these that, is pumped up or it ran up on potential buyout news. And now it's just going to pull in all day. So I was like, this will be a good trade for my all day hold. Where, maybe I can get pre-market, nail some and, catch it at the open, get in a position and hold it all day. Now, that was my thought process. So closer to 9 o'clock, well, actually right after I got in, this news came out. And it said, that it announced by Takeda Pharmaceutical Company that's considering making an approach to Shire regarding possible offer. Shire confirms it has not received an approach from them. So I'm like, oh yeah, man, I'm in this. This thing ought to tank. But it didn't. Because if you look at all of the news on it, all throughout the day, it kept talking about this company's interested, that company's interested. They were doing everything they could to hold this thing up. So tomorrow I'll be looking to short it and hold it all day again. Unless something comes out, I think this is coming back. So, this is definitely gonna be on my radar for in the morning. Just to see, what happens after this. But you can see how we traded it today. We got in here, right here after 8:30, after that news came out. and I thought we were gonna be in good shape. And you know, at the open, we kind of pushed up. Now, we had a little, I can't say controversy, but you know, there's a question in chat. You know, I had my stop at 154, and some others had their stop at 154, and you know, my stop didn't get taken out. One person got taken out at 153.98. You know, but the thing is with these stops, you know, it's not going to hit. You know, my trigger was 154. So when this thing triggered, what it's going to do is I'm going to be in line with whoever else has a bid out at 154. Now, if you're in a simulator, it's going to, once the bid hits 154, it's going to fill you. Because it doesn't have to match you up with any orders. It just fills you. When you're live, when your order triggers, it has to be matched up with somebody else offering at that same price. And so it only spent a couple of seconds at 154, and there really wasn't a whole lot of orders out there. But 154 got cleaned out before it got to my bid, and then it came back down. And had it gone up to like 154.01, 154.02, I'd have been taken out, you know, with a couple cent slippage. But it didn't. It never went over 154. It went up. It took out whatever orders that were there. Mine wasn't one of them. So that was great. You know, I was still in the trade. Now, even if you had gotten taken out, here's another entry opportunity right here. So had I been taken out, I would have gotten in here. Now, the one thing I didn't get to do here was I was talking, and I didn't get a chance to put my bid out for this first target here at the 100-day. This white line is a 100-day from the daily chart. It came down and hit it and pulled back up before I could even react to it. So typically, I would have gotten profit here. It would have stopped me back out at break even. Once it opened and ran up, I would have got in here on the VWAP, and we would have been holding it all day. But I didn't get stopped out, so I just stayed in. It came back to my target here. In a couple hours, it came down to the second target is 147.28. So I took some off here, I think at 147.23. And then I was waiting for it to hit my ultimate target, which is 143.65. We didn't quite get there. And so right before close, you know, 15.59.58, you know, I closed it out. And a real solid trade. This was a textbook all day hold, all day fade. Textbook. Now we had a class today, a education webinar on scaling out. And you know, I talked about the reasons why I scale out. And of course, if you hold it here and you don't take it off until here, you're going to make more money, obviously. But there's no guarantee that you're going to continue down. So for me, it's just too much risk to sit here and hold it. I'm going to lock in profit at certain predetermined targets along the way. Once you lock in profit, I mean, I don't have any stress. This is a stress-free trade. Stress-free trade. I book profit, and now I can just sit back and let it go. Stops at break even, and everything else is just pure gravy. And picture perfect all day hold. And we've been doing this all week. You know, for a couple of weeks at that. And typically when the market is slow and it's choppy, these are the trades I like to take. And they tend to work out good. So the second one I took was SCG. Now I do have a position, still have that position in my long-term account. I'm waiting for this thing to tank. Every day in the newspaper, front page, there's negative news about this SCG. And it won't budge. It will not, fade like it should. And today, with the company that's looking to buy it out, they had a public offering. So I don't know, maybe they're trying to raise capital to, buy this thing out. Now, I don't know. But I felt this would tank, that we would get a nice move down, and it probably will recover at the end of the day like it always does, just like it did here yesterday. I kind of expected the same thing today, but I expected it to get through this level down into the 34s. But it didn't. And, when I go in and check right before I have to go get my son, around 2:45-ish or so, then it didn't look good. So anywhere after 2 o'clock, I can't remember what time did I do this. It was 2:11. Anytime after 2 o'clock, I'm gonna look at the afternoon to see what it's set up to do. And this thing was turning and burning, so I went ahead and clicked it. It just wasn't working. It should have fell through this level here, and it held up for 4 hours right here. And then finally in the 5th hour, we were pulling back up. So it didn't make sense to keep holding on to that and let it go and stop me out. So we did kill it. So $21, practically break even. $20 is, you might as well say, is break even at this point. So not a bad day. 1685.54. The big one was the all-day hold on SHPG. Yeah, if I had double this, I'd have really had some money, but trading within myself. I'm not going to get so, too far outside of myself anymore. And so you can see the daily chart on this. It was looking good. We've been selling off. Here we tried to push up and couldn't. So I was looking for the sell-off today. But just couldn't do it. Alright, so in the day trading side, I tried Facebook again. Didn't really have anything on watch of note that came on the scan or anything. Nothing worth watching. So, of course, we deferred to Facebook. And, this was pretty crappy price action all through here. And I said, well, I'll wait. I thought I was patient enough to wait. Caught it when it went green. When it went red on the day. Got in. This thing went down a little bit. And then went right back up to the 100-day. So I had to take it off. I didn't want to go through what I went through yesterday. So I went ahead and took it off. Even though I could have let it run up and test all of this and pull back, I didn't want to get into that. So I got out and got back in and caught the first leg of my move down here. It was pretty good. And just no follow through. So on days like today, scaling out's probably not good for day trades. Whenever you have a stock that's choppy like this and just kind of swinging back and forth, it's probably best to take everything off at your first target and then reset. So I may be looking to do that tomorrow because I don't anticipate the market being any better tomorrow. But pretty much a scratch day on this, $24. Uneventful, but I was pleased and proud of how I managed everything today. After yesterday, today was a redemption day. So we'll get back after it tomorrow, and we'll see if you know, we can end this month and this quarter strong. You know, we're just adding icing to the cake right now. So I don't want to take a negative day tomorrow. I'll probably be a little bit extra cautious. But usually when that happens is when you lose more money. But I'm going to try to break that cycle. All right, so you guys take it easy. Have a great evening, a great night. And we will see you back at it tomorrow morning.